Everybody, it's me, Maris, and it is Thursday, and everyone's going, why is she doing an energy forecast on Thursday? Well, it was brought to my attention that we have quite a few people that live in other countries on the other side of the world that love to listen or watch the energy forecast or the intuitive reading. And, and it's already Saturday if in some places when I'm doing the forecast. So I thought I would try it out on a Thursday of my time, my world, so that it would be there Friday for a lot of our viewers that live in other countries, as I said, on the other side of the world. And that way that, they could enjoy and be a part of the weekend energy forecast. So I'm using the spellcasting oracle cards. And remember, these cards are a little bit, well, not just a little bit, they're really pretty intense cards. Sometimes they're very blunt. Occasionally on that blue moonish kind of vibe, they've been kind of brutal. I was playing with them earlier today, just kind of flicking them around, doing this thing, and the passion card like flew out several times. So I guess I need to, well, pay attention to that. Okay, so it looks like we've got a couple of cards that came out through here. I'm going to kind of shuffle them and see if they narrow down a little bit, because there's like quite a few of them, and sometimes that's like, when you have like 20 cards, it's kind of like really hard to do, a 10-minute reading with 20 cards, because it'll have a lot of information. Okay, well, they're not coming out, so I guess that I'm supposed to use all of them. And wow, okay, and we're going to start from there. So grab your drink, grab your tea, your water, your coffee, your Sprite, whatever you drink. Grab that and let's take a look, because this is intense. Okay, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna BS this. No sugar coating, no candy coating today. So if you're not in the mood for brutal truth, you might want to like check back. I hate to say that, but yeah, the first message, the first card's just like blaring. So take a sip, swallow it, because I don't want you spitting it out. Okay, all right. So what we're looking at here, and this is our first card that's coming through. And that message, I'm going to raise this up. There you go. Perfecto. Okay, now we're jamming. Okay. All right, so what are we looking at? The first card is peace, and what do we notice about peace? It's in a reverse position. And uh I'm getting a really loud sound, a loud feeling, a loud words about no peace. So it's that there's a lot of unrest. And I'm going to say it's pretty blatant, because I'm receiving it in a really blatant way, a really hard way. So I'm going to say we've got a lot of unrest that's blowing in. Okay, so here's this passion card again. And you'll notice that the passion card again is in a reverse position, and so we're getting a little bit of a negative aspect of that passion. So with that, unrest, some chaos. I'm getting a lot of miscommunication, and I'm going to use the word communication, DYS, meaning difficult. So what I'm seeing, what I'm picking up on this is that being kind of overwhelmed with a lot of disconnected information, a lot of disconnected energies, If people cannot express themselves verbally, they will be expressing themselves, that chaos, that unrest, in a more physical manner. So it's definitely a weekend about a lot of unrest. I'm kind of not laughing, but it's kind of like a kind of. I'm getting like protest from the 1960s, um, where it's a lot of that peace, love, and harmony environment, but a lot of unrest within it. So it's, like sit ins and a lot of that kind of vibrant. And I'm not meaning vibrant as in, oh, I love those colors, vibrant. I'm meaning vibrant as in a high vibe, but it's very intense and kind of on a chaotic level. So, with that in mind, it's you really need to work on grounding yourself this weekend. If you, Gabby and I were just talking about this not too long ago. If you have blue kyanite, throw blue kyanite in your pockets or in your bra. Blue kyanite is wonderful. Black tourmaline is phenomenal. If you notice that you're having a lot of rage within you as well, throw some rose quartz and green tourmaline in with that and let it clear out. Because this is like the passion is not the good kind of passion, it's the negative kind of passion. Kind of get that vibe of crimes of passion. So people doing things in a negative manner and being fueled by that negative vibration. So, all right. All right, so what are we picking up through this? And we've also got a lot of unanswered questions, being in the dark almost, on that not having all of the, and I'm getting like, we're not getting a lot of accurate information. We're going to get some twisted perspectives. And twisted isn't necessarily like twisted as in negative evil, but twisted as in to serve a particular benefit with that. Sugarcoating, candy coating it, not telling the whole story, omitting some of the, and I'm getting the phrase graphic details in with that. So it's, oh Lord, I'm going to put it to you like this. All right, so this is kind of like somebody telling you about how somebody died in a car accident or they were murdered, but they don't tell you all of the really horrible graphic details that would bring a lot of harm to your psyche or to your emotions. So it's being very, very vague, but in a gentle manner. If that, it's not out of malice, it's out of cushioning a blow. So it's they'll tell you something occurred, but they won't tell you all of the nitty gritty, dirty, yucky details on that. I'm like, dang it, we need something happy in here. Okay, alright, so we've got a lot of, and I'm just going to say jacked up energy. Guys, if you're an energy healer, we are now being called up. If you're a light worker, we're being called up to do some of our work, to do some of our vibrational healing. Send that light out. Put a little protective bubble. Put a protective bubble around your family. Put a protective bubble around yourself, your home, your work, things that, come to your mind, and then just kind of split, share that out. And we're covering and loving on people in places and situations, because it's going to be a really hardcore weekend. And I'm like, I hate to be the bearer of that kind of tiding. But chance always favors a prepared mind. So if you know that there's going to be a lot of craziness or a lot of crazy, chaotic energy that's around us, we can actually send that vibration of peace and harmony or comfort or healing or nurturing to the future with our intention, and kind of get cushion that blow. We don't have to be victims of this negative vibration that's coming through. And I'm like, man, it's Christmas, it's the holiday season. Every culture across the world, every culture, every religious group has something groovy to celebrate in the month of December. And the energy that's coming in is like trying to knock us down. Don't let it knock you down. Allow it, in essence, to create that force of bringing it through. Okay, all right, so here's our next cards. Okay. Yeah, get ready, because it's going to be some crazy stuff. Um, all right, so I'm like, finally, a breath of fresh air. Okay. All right, so justice coming through. Now, justice doesn't always mean legally stuff, okay? Just so when I'm trying to talk about positive energy and how to raise the vibration this weekend, what does negative vibration do but cut me off? Ooh, you're naughty, but I rebuke all negative vibrations in the name of peace, love, and harmony. And we're just going to keep it like that. So let's finish out this reading. I'm like, seriously, what are y'all trying to do? Mess with me? Okay, I can handle that. So let's finish out this reading and bring in that positive vibration. Okay. So we had, we have some energy that's blowing in that's really pretty negative, and it's really trying to keep us down, keep our vibration down. And so we were on this card just a moment ago when the vibration was kind of like curbed, I guess, is what I'm going to say. And I'm talking about the Justice card, and I'm talking about karmic debt. So for all of the beautiful things that you're passing out and that you're sharing out, you're going to be getting that beautiful things in return. But I also want you to remember, if you have been dishing out the shish, look at me. If you've been dishing out the shish, you're going to receive the shish back. This is what the Justice card is saying. This is talking about karmic debt and receiving everything that we've been planting and sowing out. That's all going to come back to us now. This is the weekend that it hits the fan. So either it's going to be sweet breeze or it's going to be shish. Either way, you get to choose that, or you have chosen that based on things that you have chosen in the recent past and in this current time. So if you're sending out love, that's what you're going to get back. If you're sending out hate, guess what? That's what you're going to get back. And hate to be the bearer of that kind of tiding, but this is what that Justice card is referring to. Now, what I really dig on this next card is this is really the end result of all of the chaotic natures that are brewing in and blowing through. And what results in this is that we actually will establish what our boundaries are. We're going to be looking at this experience and determining exactly what we want to have around us, what we want to establish as our stronghold or for our spiritual, our emotional, and our physical boundaries or fortress. So a lot of really crazy energy coming in, guys, and folks, this weekend. But you are empowered to protect yourself, to ground yourself, and to share that with others, and then bring to fruition your boundaries. Chance always favors a prepared mind, and when you utilize insight into things that are happening or coming around us, vibrationally speaking, then you can make the best choices for your success. So peace, love, and harmony. I hope to hear from you very, very soon.